Tesla is working on a massive update that just leaked. We've got some real-world footage of some new features, and this one is going to be extremely controversial. You're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. Plus, Tesla continues to raise prices again. They're offering some brand new freebies to owners around the world, and we're just days away from one of Tesla's biggest events of the year, and there are some pretty cool announcements that might be in store for us that could totally change everything. As always, there is a whole lot of news happening in the wild world of Tesla right now, so let me break down all the big stories, all the big new leaks, and tell you everything that you need to know right now. And a big thanks to T-Raps for sponsoring this video. So to kick things off, one of the big stories of the last couple of days is actually some Tesla adjacent news that, while not directly in the Tesla news cycle, does sort of directly affect the Tesla news cycle, and that is Elon announcing that he will be stepping down as Twitter's CEO in the coming weeks, replaced by a new CEO that'll take over the reins as he transitions to a more overseer role at Twitter, a bit more hands-off, which many hope, and the stock market agrees, will give him some more time to focus on Tesla, the vehicles, energy, and of course, the big updates and improvements set to come. Details right now are still pretty sparse, but here's what Elon had to say. Excited to announce that I've hired a new CEO for X/Twitter. She'll be starting in about 6 weeks. My role will transition to being exec chair and CTO, overseeing product, software, and sysops. Then came the official tweet from Elon on Friday saying, "I'm excited to welcome Linda Yaccarino as the new CEO of Twitter. At Linda Yac will focus primarily on business operations while I focus on product design and new technology. Looking forward to working with Linda to transform this platform into X, the everything app." And I should mention that just minutes after Elon tweeted that he had found a successor at Twitter, a new CEO, a Tesla stock jumped like crazy as many investors and institutional investors and analysts alike are very excited and optimistic about the possibility of Elon spending less time focusing on Twitter and more time focusing on Tesla and its products and making the company better. I know there's been a lot of sort of divisive thoughts on whether Tesla has been better or worse since Elon started the whole Twitter thing. You let me know your thoughts down below, but this was big news and does directly affect Tesla, so that I kick things off with that. And now on to our regularly scheduled Tesla news. All right, one of the first stories here is that after many months of teasing new colors and some spy shots, Tesla has now finally begun deliveries of the new highly anticipated Midnight Cherry color in some countries. And I thought I'd sort of share some real life shots of this, since all we've seen up until this point were a couple of spy shots and promotional videos. Color looks beautiful if you can get it in your area. Tesla is slowly rolling this out in Europe as it is being sort of built and really painted at that advanced paint shop in Giga Berlin. It does sort of seem to change depending on the lighting. In some colors it looks more red, some more purple. I kind of am less liking this the more I see it in different lights, though it is still a really nice color, but definitely not as red or ultra red as some of those other colors will be in different lighting. So you let me know your thoughts down below, but Midnight Cherry is finally coming. Quicksilver has been out for a little while now, 2 new colors, and still they'll update on colors in the US, though I might have more to say on that in a little bit, but as of now, here's Midnight Cherry, and here's how it looks finally in the real world. Next up in the news cycle is some good news and, well, I guess mostly bad news here in terms of pricing for Teslas. Obviously, Tesla has steadily increased prices over the last couple of weeks, and I'm sorry to say that the price increases just keep coming. We just got a price increase of an additional $250 across the board for all Model Y configurations. This happened on Thursday, the 11th, so this is a new additional $250 increase on the Model Y, and also a $1,000 price increase on every Model S and Model X, so prices increasing there on those models. Also though, some good news is that a long-range Model 3 is now back in availability for Canada as well. Tesla just brought this back in the US, and it seems like what they're doing is importing Giga Shanghai made Model 3s to the Canadian market, which is what this long-range model is going to be. So if you wanted to get a long-range model in Canada, you now should be able to do that. And some other interesting news is that the referral program program is back. Yes, Tesla's referral program is now back in North America in full swing. So if you are looking to buy a Tesla, please be sure to use my link down below. And depending on what car someone orders, you'll get a variety of different points you can use for credits to get different things. So you can see on screen here how the points break down. And basically you can use those credits to do things like redeem free supercharging miles. You can get swag from the Tesla store. You're able to even purchase upgrades like EAP or FSD if you've got enough credits to do so. And also you have the chance to enter into a raffle to win a early VIN Cybertruck. Tesla is now allowing you to do this. This is a brand new thing. All right, this next story is one of the biggest of the last week or so, and it is full of some really interesting twists, turns, ups, and downs. Tesla trying to pull a fast one on us, but owners are not having it. A few days ago, we got a report that Tesla would begin trial production of the new refreshed Model 3 Project Highland in China at Giga Shanghai on June 1st before they eventually scale up for full-blown production on this brand new model. And obviously this is super exciting news that a new Model 3 is in the works and coming way sooner than later, and does sort of make a lot of sense. We know that the technological capabilities and the manufacturing capabilities at Giga Shanghai are some of the best in the world, and particularly better and more agile than a lot of other Tesla factories globally. I also should mention that this source has been accurate in the past, and this timeline does sort of line up with everything else we've seen. We had heard that production would start in Q3, so that's July, August, and September. Would not be crazy at all for Tesla to sort of do a trial production a couple of weeks before that to sort of work out the kinks before full-scale production ramps up, and everything seems to align here, and this just makes a lot of sense. We know this thing is coming. It's driving around on the roads, stealthily or not so stealthily. It's coming soon. In fact, speaking of that Model 3 Project Highland driving around, we just got our best look yet at the interior of that new refresh model, and what it reveals is going to be, well, very controversial. And while Tesla themselves may not offer much in terms of upgrades or customizations, it's actually really easy to give your Tesla a massive update if you know where to look, and if you're looking for the best place to find a wide variety of beautiful, high quality, and just insanely cool accessories to give your Tesla a much needed upgrade, look no further than this video's sponsor, and that is T-Wraps. If you haven't heard of them before, T-Wraps is the ultimate destination for the best accessories for your EV. They're stocked with over 200 products designed and made in the USA, and they've got amazing accessories for all the best EVs on the road right now, including the Rivian R1S, the R1T, the Lucid Air, and of course, our beloved Tesla family with amazing accessories for the S, the X, the 3, and the Y. And personally, I just love that they have a sprawling collection of amazing accessories that you can easily add to your Tesla. They've got essentials like screen protectors, a bumper clear protection film, and also some beautiful accessories to really change the look of your Tesla and make it look like your own. I love all their custom wrap options they've got for areas like the center console, door handles, dashboard, steering wheel, and even the charge port to give your Tesla a unique look and just make it not look like every other Tesla on the road. I also think that it's extremely important that I mention that unlike many other companies in this space, T-Wraps is not a drop shipping company. This is a family-owned business made up of individuals who just love EVs. They have a general passion and a lot of enthusiasm for these cars, and they love them just like we do. They design all of the products themselves, and almost everything is shipped from their HQ in California. So if you want to give your Tesla a much-needed upgrade and check out all the amazing accessories that T-Wraps has to offer, I'm going to leave their link right down below, first link in the description, so you can click on it and check it out for yourself today. They've got an amazing, really wide variety of accessories for your EV. They've got some really beautiful ways to make your Tesla look unique and like your own. And again, it's just awesome to support a family business who is doing things right and loves these EVs as much as we do. So again, check out T-Wraps today by clicking the link right down below in the description and give your Tesla a much needed upgrade today. One of the biggest persistent rumors we've heard about the Model 3 Project Highland refresh is that the steering wheel is going to ditch stalks. The left and right controls, those physical stalks, they're going to go away, and Tesla is going to move those controls into the steering wheel with touch-sensitive buttons. We've got it on the yoke on the Model S and Model X. We've got a similar situation on the Semi. Tesla Semi has the controls built into the wheel as well, and many were hoping, some not hoping that Tesla would do this, and based off this new video, looks like that's exactly what Tesla is doing. And there was some speculation as to what kind of wheel we could see. Would it be a yoke? Would it be like the Semi? Would it be like the round wheel in the S and the X? Could it be like this weird sort of misshapen mishmash from the Cybertruck prototype? And what this video looks to show is in fact a regular round wheel, very similar to the one in the Tesla Semi, that should have those touch controls built in. So again, the stalks are going away, so all of your controls for wipers, engaging, disengaging autopilot, turn indicators left and right, shifting gears, all of those controls are going to move to the wheel on these new models. It's coming with the Model 3, probably will be coming to the Model Y refresh as well, and that'll mean that no Tesla vehicle, including Cybertruck, will have stalks in it, and many have speculated that the reason that Tesla just added those gear chimes to their latest update for the 3 and the Y is because they're trying to get people ready for the idea of hearing audible chimes to signal whether they're going reverse or if they're going forward and stuff like that. They're sort of getting you ready to lose those stalks, and looks like these latest leaks confirm that is in fact what's going to happen. And just to recap, other highlights of the Model 3 Project Highland refresh include a new front bumper, a new rear bumper, possibly some new headlights and taillights, maybe some new wheels, hardware 4 cameras all around the car that are higher quality, better resolution, more capabilities there. We should get a refreshed interior, potentially with a new screen and some new materials. The wood will be gone, potentially an automatic frunk on the front of the car to sort of match with the automatic trunk. And I think that's most of the big stuff, though I'm sure I'm missing a couple of small details. This all sounds great and it's exciting, and it seems like this Model 3 is coming very, very soon, but don't get too excited just yet, because Tesla actually responded to these claims in China and denied this report, saying that it's not true. And that sort of puts this whole story to rest, right? It was a claim, it was a rumor, Tesla refuted it, sort of clean-cut, done deal, right? Well, wrong. That's not the case at all. See, not only has Tesla China refuted rumors before that turned out to ultimately be true, but it's sort of in their best interest not to disclose any new models in the works that could cannibalize sales of their existing models. It was interesting, the more research I did in this, apparently Tesla in China is much more vocal about denying rumors, so it's not out of the question for them to do that, though usually it never happens like here in the US or any other locations. And again, it makes sense. They wouldn't want to say, hey, a new Model 3 is coming, we're going to confirm this, while they're going to sort of lose out on a lot of sales as people want to wait for the new model with the ones currently out right now. So this does make sense. It would make sense that Tesla wouldn't want to confirm this. I wouldn't at all be surprised to learn that Tesla was refuting it, though it is actually true. And we'll just have to sort of wait and see. But again, sort of timeline here, new Model 3 production should begin in Q3. So July, August, September, hopefully deliveries around that time. And then for the new Model Y, it should also get the exact same DNA, same facelift, same wheel, interior, stuff like that. But according to a Reuters report, it's in the works, but wouldn't be coming until the fall of 2024. So if you want to get a Model 3, it might be a good time to wait for the new upgrades. For Model Y, you'd be waiting at least another, 18 months from now. So you can decide what you want to do on that yourself, but going to be a bit till we get the Model Y. All right, next up, this one is exciting. Tesla is continuing to roll out their biggest update of 2023. That is 2023.12 as the software update version, and Not Tesla app has a nice write-up of some of the hidden features that are contained in that pretty massive update that you should have on your car right now. Obviously, the big things in that update are the ability to sort of search. You can use the scroll wheels now to customize different actions. There is some map improvements. There's new gear chime sounds, but there's also some smaller things that sort of have some nice quality of life improvements, like the font for the speed has now been increased a bit. bit more heavy to make it a little bit more legible. There are some navigation improvements, sort of making it easier to sort of press a button to go to the destination, sort of knowing what's a button and what's not a button, so it's easier to tap. You can now rename your vehicle from within the Tesla mobile app. Couldn't do that before. It sort of seems crazy that it took this long to add that feature. The app drawer now shows all apps instead of hiding some apps. There's an all-new charging screen that looks really nice, gives you a lot of good info. And if you didn't know, you can actually control the wipers from the scroll wheel as well. And also, this isn't necessarily new, but I think it's sort of rolled out in the last couple updates. If you didn't know, now when you go into reverse, the camera is going to be locked on that rear screen that's going to show you the cameras. Before, you could actually go into reverse and then hide those cameras if you wanted to, which more often than not was annoying and a mistake than being intentional. But now in one of the later updates, Tesla has locked that now. So when you go into reverse, you're stuck on just seeing the backup and side cameras. One of the other big stories of the week is that we are now just days away from the time this video goes live from Tesla's annual shareholder meeting happening at Giga Texas on May 16th. And we should be getting a pretty exciting event that should have some potentially big announcements. So with Tesla, you never know. We had hyped up, was it Investor Day or one of the recent events that turned out to really be nothing. So who knows what could happen. There's a lot of speculation as to what we could see. And I've got a couple of things to sort of keep your eye on that we could see announced at this new Tesla event. Now, as much as I'd love to be wrong, I don't think Tesla is going to come out and reveal this all new Model 3 and show off the design and all that stuff just yet, but we should get some more info on another new Tesla in the works, and that is the Cybertruck and its final production and delivery event. We should get some more info on that. We know Giga Texas is continuing to sort of ramp up to get ready for production of Cybertruck before the end of the year. According to Elon, Tesla is planning to hold some kind of delivery event near the end of the year as well. So we know we're getting closer and closer finally to the real delivery of Cybertruck models, and hopefully we get some more info at this event on exactly when that is, how production is going to begin to ramp up, and also when we'll go from sort of slow ramp up production to full-on production. We know that we should see some Cybertrucks before the end of the year, but it might be a couple of months until production really gets up and things get to full swing and we get, Giga Texas pumping these trucks out. So hopefully we get a little bit more info in that department. There's also been a flurry of new rumors that Tesla is going to be bringing the FSD beta experience to European Tesla owners very soon. And the tweets were a little vague on this. It seems like there's some regulatory red tape that Tesla has to get through, but it seems like they're working on this to finally bring the FSD beta experience more internationally, and Europe should be next on Tesla's list. I'd also be curious to hear if Tesla sort of explains a little bit more on what they're doing in Canada, specifically with the new announcement of importing the rear-wheel drive Giga Shanghai built Model Y to Canada and offering that as a new lower cost offering, and also maybe addressing the other reports that Tesla is also importing Giga Shanghai Model 3s and set to sell them in Canada as well. Obviously, I've talked about this before. There's a big incentive for Tesla to keep US-made vehicles in the US because of all the incentives for EVs and stuff like that and the caps. So they could obviously bring those China-made EVs to Canada and sort of sell them there and not have those restrictions. And again, like I said, in a lot of ways, people have said that the build quality is superior there. You are going to get this new lower range Model Y that is significantly cheaper. So maybe we'll hear Tesla talk a little bit with their strategy on that front as well. And I'm also going to continue to hold out hope that maybe, just maybe, we get some more info on new colors here in the US specifically as well. Tesla has teased this. They've alluded to it before. We did get Ultra Red here on the S and the X in the US, but haven't gotten any new colors on the Model 3 and Model Y basically ever. And as Tesla releases new colors in other parts of the world, it would be nice to see some sort of new color. All right, everybody, and I've got to ask, what are your thoughts on all the Tesla news for the week? Your thoughts on Tesla stepping down from Twitter's CEO role? Is that good news or bad news for us as Tesla fans? Your thoughts on Tesla's shareholder event meeting thing? You think we're going to get anything cool from it? And also your thoughts on the new steering wheel. Like it? Not like it? What are your thoughts? Let me know down below. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. And also, if you made it all the way to the end, there's some special number of you that do, leave a thumbs up in the comments. That'll actually let me know who's actually watching all these all the way through. And I'm going to start to, I think, give some like freebies or giveaways. I'm going to do something cool. I've got a box of Tesla goodies I've got to give away. I'm going to do that for you guys who watch till the very end. So let me know if you do by throwing a thumbs up in the bottom. I appreciate it in the comments. And also, if you throw a like on the video, thumbs up there too. I'd appreciate that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it as always. I am Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see you all in the next one.